In this video, we will learn about the relationship between marginal pricing rule, monopoly pricing in terms of profit and deadweight loss. The question was asked by a brother on WhatsApp. The question is, assuming a downward sloping linear demand curve and a constant marginal cost of production, the deadweight loss due to monopoly pricing is against the marginal cost pricing rule is. We are being given four options. The first option is equal to the profit of the monopolist. Second option is equal to one third of the monopoly profits. Third option is equal to one half of the monopoly profits, and last option is equal to one fourth of the monopoly profits. Okay, so let us solve it one by one. So what we are being given? We are being given a downward sloping linear demand curve, and let's draw it here. Rather, let's write any linear demand function. Let us say we write p is equal to uh, you know a minus bq. Let us say this is our linear demand function, which is downward sloping because b is negative. Okay, we are also being told that marginal cost is constant, and there is no fixed cost. Let us say our marginal cost is being given us. Let us denote it by c. Okay, so let us first draw the graph here. We know in case of monopoly, and let me write it here, the profit maximization requires in case of monopoly. Okay, in case of monopoly pricing or monopoly, in case of monopoly, profit maximization requires our marginal cost should be equal to, rather let's write it in this fashion, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Okay, first we find out the output produced in case of monopoly, then we will compare it with the output produced in case of perfect competition when there is no deadweight loss. Okay, so what is marginal revenue here? If it is our demand function, we can find out the total marginal revenue. Let me write it here. We know total revenue is simply equal to price into output. Price function is being given us as a minus bq. To this we multiply with q, so our total revenue will be equal to aq minus bq square. Okay, so that means our total revenue will be equal to aq minus bq square. From that we can easily find out the marginal cost. We know marginal cost is simply the derivative of total revenue function with respect to output. If I take the derivative of this function, derivative of q is 1, so we are left with a minus derivative of q square is 2q. By power function rule, if we have x raised power n, its derivative is n, x raised power n minus 1. Exponent becomes coefficient and exponent is subtracted by 1. Same rule I am applying here. So 2 becomes coefficient, so we have 2bq, and exponent is subtracted by 1, it will become 1 as a coefficient. So our marginal cost comes out to be, that is a minus bq, a minus twice bq. Okay, and let me rub this out here. Now we equate marginal revenue with marginal cost, so marginal revenue is a minus 2bq, and we equate it with the constant marginal cost, which is c. Solving for q. Okay, if I solve it for q, because I don't have too much space, I am just writing it here. So a minus 2bq, if I solve it for q, so transposing 2bq, it will become 2bq positive, which is equal to, transposing this here, it is a minus c. That means b, rather q bsi tapad, q will be equal to a minus c divided by twice b. Okay, when I solve this for q, so I will get equilibrium quantity in case of monopoly will be equal to a minus c divided by twice b. Okay, it will be more plausible if I draw the graph side by side to make sense here. Okay, so let me do this that very chat here. Okay, so we have quantity on the horizontal axis, price on the vertical axis. We have this demand curve. Let us write it. Let us draw it here. This is our average revenue curve, which is our demand curve, and our marginal revenue curve is this. Rather, it is marginal revenue. Sorry for this mistake. So our marginal revenue, we have same slope a here, but it is, sorry, we have same intercept but twice the slope. Okay, so let's draw the marginal revenue curve as like this. So it is our MR curve. Okay, marginal cost is constant, which is C. Let us draw it here. Let us say this is marginal cost curve. Profit maximization would require marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. So marginal cost, marginal revenue intersect here. So output produced in case of monopoly is A minus C upon 2B. Okay, so let me write it here. It is A minus C upon 2B. What is the corresponding price to this output? Let us see. Okay, so then what will be the price? Simply plug Q is equal to this stuff into the inverse demand function. That means our price will be equal to A minus B. In place of Q, we have this A minus C upon 2B. Okay, let us solve it here. So we have P is equal to A minus, so B and B will get cancelled. Let me write it here first to make sense. Divided by 2B. So here we have B also. This B and B gets cancelled, so P will be equal to A minus A divided by 2. Okay, minus into minus is plus. C divided by 2. Solve it again, so P will be equal to 2A minus A, 2A minus A divided by 2 plus C divided by 2. So P will be equal to, दोनों n वालों आके तदरा A divided by 2 plus C divided by 2. Okay, so P will be equal to A plus C divided by 2. Okay, so corresponding price will be A plus C divided by 2. Let me write it here. A plus C divided by 2 in case of monopoly. So we are done with the monopoly output and monopoly price. Now we need to compare it with the monopoly, sorry, with the marginal pricing rule. Okay, when the output is being produced, you know, as the case is in case of perfect competition. Okay, so we know this was about monopoly. In case of perfect competition, perfect competition, what is the pricing rule? We know that price should be equal to marginal cost. Okay, and that means P will be equal to C, because marginal cost is C, and P is A minus BQ. A minus BQ should be equal to C. Solving again for B, sorry, Q. So we have A minus BQ is equal to C, which implies BQ, if I transpose it here, it will become positive. It becomes A minus C. Rather, Q will become A minus C divided by B. Okay, so output produced in case of monopoly will be, sorry, in case of perfect competition, it is A minus C upon B. Okay, and the price price in case of perfect competition is C. Output produced in case of perfect competition is this. Okay, so let's go to the question again. So question was, we have to find out the deadweight loss due to the monopoly pricing. That means we need to find out how much the ratio of deadweight loss to the monopoly profit. Okay, in this case, so let me write it here. So what is the price? Price is C. Let us write it here, C. And quantity, in case of perfect competition, it is A minus C upon B. Okay. Now, what is the deadweight loss in this situation? As I have told you, deadweight loss occurs when there is inefficiency in production. Okay. Production is said to be efficient when we apply the marginal pricing rule. When price is equal to marginal cost, so this point, this is our price is equal to marginal cost. This point is the efficient point of production. Okay. But in case of monopoly, we have marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. So this point, okay, we are producing at this point, but in case of deadweight loss, so in case of perfect competition, the price will be C, more quantity will be produced, but in case of monopoly, less quantity will be produced at higher prices, at higher price. Okay, simple thing. The deadweight loss occurs due to the inefficiency in production, and it happens when we are not producing at the perfectly competitive output. So perfectly competitive output will be when marginal price is equal to marginal cost, that is this point, and the deviation from this is when we are producing in terms of monopoly pricing, that is when marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost at this point. Okay, so in case of monopoly, we have higher output with lesser price, but in case of sorry, let me in case of perfect competition, we have higher output and less price, but in case of monopoly, we have less output at higher price. So deadweight loss will be the area of this very triangle. Okay, this is a right angle triangle here. Okay, we have to compare the deadweight loss due to monopoly, okay, in terms of the profit of the monopolist. Okay, so let's calculate the deadweight loss first. Okay, so deadweight loss is simply dead weight loss is simply equal to 1/2 of, okay, since it is a right angle triangle, base into height. What is the base of this triangle? Base is a minus c divided by b, a minus c divided by b minus a minus c divided by 2b. Okay, this is base. So I am just taking the length. This length will be equal to this point minus this point. Okay, times height. What is the height of this? Height will be equal to a plus c upon 2. This point minus this point will give us the height here. That is a plus c divided by 2 minus c. Okay, let us solve this very stuff here. Okay, ये रोजन थोड़ा हुशार पान गलती है किसी. Okay, let's first solve it here. Let me see if I can do something here. So I can write it in this fashion: 1/2 of, making denominator same, let's multiply 2 in numerator and in denominator and numerator, so it will become 2a minus 2c, okay, divided by 2b. Then we have minus a minus c divided by 2b, okay, into, so 2c, let's multiply it here, a plus c minus 2c divided by 2. Okay, let's solve it again. So we have 1/2 2a, so we have 2a. Since denominator is same, we can subtract the numerator. So we have 2a minus 2c minus a, minus into minus is plus c, divided by 2b. Here we have a, c minus 2c is minus c divided by 2, which comes out to be, let me write it here, 1/2 of, let us see, दोनों an वालों आखे अद्रावस a minus 2c plus c, it is minus c divided by 2b, and here we have a minus c upon 2. So this is 2 2s are, let's see here, so this is 2 2s are 4 2s are 8, so we have we have 1 upon 8b. So a minus c into a minus c is a minus c whole square. Okay, now let me rub this out. When I solved this, I got deadweight loss of this magnitude. Okay, so our deadweight loss will be equal to 1 divided by 8b times a minus c whole square. Let me repeat it here. What I am just trying to see, we are being told to find out the deadweight loss due to monopoly. Okay, as against the marginal cost pricing. That means we need to find out the marginal, this deadweight loss and compare it with the monopoly profit. Deadweight loss we got. Okay, now we need to find out the monopoly profit. We know that profit will be equal to, whether it is monopoly or any other stuff, profit is simply equal to total revenue minus total cost. Okay, so what is total revenue? Total revenue is AQ minus BQ square. And what is total cost? We are being given marginal cost. Total cost will be CQ, because if MC is equal to C, and we assume that there is no fixed cost. Okay, so total cost will be equal to, total cost is simply the integral of marginal cost with respect to output. So that will be equal to, total cost will be equal to C dq. That means total cost is simply equal to CQ. Okay, CQ, the integral of C with respect to Q will be CQ. Okay, simple thing. So we have CQ as the total cost. Let's do one thing again here. Let's take Q common. If I take Q common, so I will be left with A minus B, helicopter, A minus B, BQ minus C. Okay, so this is the monopoly profit, and we need to solve it for Q, rather to find the value of Q here. So in place of Q we have, so pi will be equal to, I will write it here, then I will sort it out. So we have pi is equal to Q, in place of Q we have A minus C, A minus C divided by 2B. Then we have A minus B again. In place of Q we have A minus C, A minus C divided by 2B minus C. Okay, so solve it here again. So B, and let me write it here, we have A minus C divided by 2B, A minus B, and B will get cancelled, so we are left with minus A divided by 2, minus into minus is plus, C divided by 2 minus C. Okay, so which will be equal to A minus C divided by 2B. So 2A minus A, I am just multiplying here, 2A minus A is A divided by 2. Here we have C minus 2C, so it will come out to be minus C divided by 2. Okay, I hope you are getting it here. Simple thing, C minus 2C. So we have C minus 2C divided by C. So this comes out to be minus C. Okay, so I am writing it here, which comes out to be, we have, and let me write it here now. So what we got the profit here, that is A minus C divided by 2B, and here A minus, since denominator and denominator is same, we can subtract the numerator. So in the numerator we have A minus C divided by 2. Okay, this is the monopoly profit. This is the deadweight loss, this is the monopoly profit. Okay, what is the ratio between deadweight loss and monopoly? We need to find out that weight stuff here. So let's write here the ratio between deadweight loss upon profit in case of monopoly will be equal to What is dead weight loss? Dead weight loss is 1 upon 8b a minus c square, okay, divided by what is profit? A minus c, okay, again a minus c into a minus c is square, okay, then we have 2b into 2, so it is 4b, 4b, okay. So this gets cancelled with this, we are left with 1 upon 8b, okay, let me see if I have, sorry for this mistake, let me repeat it here. So let's rewrite it here. It becomes a minus c whole square divided by 2 to the 4b, okay. This is the monopoly profit. So dead weight loss will be equal to, so dead weight loss we got a minus c whole square divided by 8b, and monopoly profit we got a minus c whole square divided by 4b, okay. So this can be written as, this could be written as, so we have a minus c whole square divided by 8b, okay. Transposing it to numerator, it will get multiplied and reciprocated. We have 4b divided by a minus c whole square, okay. Here you can see a minus c gets cancelled, b and b gets cancelled. That means we are left with 4 upon 8. So dead weight loss upon monopoly profit will be equal to 4 upon 8. 4 upon 8 is 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, which implies equal to 1/4 of the monopoly, equal to 1/3 of. So dead weight loss is equal to twice dead weight loss is equal to, I am cross multiplying here. That means dead weight loss will be equal to 1 divided by 2, transposing it here, monopoly profit. That means the dead weight loss due to monopoly will be equal to 1/2 of the monopoly profit. So the correct option should be this option, okay. We were told to find out the dead weight loss due to monopoly pricing as against the marginal cost pricing rule in terms of monopoly profit, okay. So dead weight loss we got this stuff, monopoly profit we got this stuff. The ratio between dead weight loss and monopoly profit we got it equal to 1 upon 2, then we multiplied and dead weight loss came out to be 1/2 of the monopoly profit, okay. So in examination actually you will not do it in this fashion. So you will take any demand function, let us say p is equal to 10 minus 0.2 q, okay, and you take the marginal cost anything, let us say 2, then you can find out with the example the relationship between dead weight loss and monopoly profit, okay. If you solve it in terms of a numerical question, you will get the answer in 2 or 1 minute, okay. Actually I was just trying to give the intuition how it is how it is done, how the derivative loss is 1/2 of the monopoly profit as against the marginal cost pricing rule, okay. I hope I make myself clear in this video. Thank you.